On Sunday night, we had a very, very simple dinner. We just had some ham and cheese sandwiches, and then I had made this pesto pasta with pesto peas, kale, and pasta, obviously. We had some pickles and some canned cherry pie mix just for the side, and some of these Cajun dill gator taters. They were so freaking good. So Ken knows how to cook. I think he chooses not to a lot of times, but he discovered this way to make these amazing omelets where instead of like cooking them only partially and then flipping and hoping the inside cooks, you cook it all the way through, or like 99% the way through, put in your fillings, then flip it and make the cheese melt. It is so good. We've been hooked on him making these. Like, he makes them probably like 4 or 5 times a week right now. And then we just had some canned fruit, some toast, and some breakfast sausage. So this was a lazy night. We didn't want to cook. We never want to cook. So we just went to Subway. I got, I think, a cold cut combo with just like light mayo, lettuce. I normally get spinach on it, but apparently they're out of spinach. And then just like tomatoes, pickles, olives, and cucumbers. And then we've been obsessed with these macadamia nut chocolate chip cookies, or white chocolate chip cookies. When I used to work at Subway, I would pull them out of the oven and eat them while they were like burning hot, and they were so good. I'm going to try to talk over my dehydrator. I'm making some jerky right now, and the fan, it's just kind of loud. So, but anyways, I'm making a copycat Popeyes red beans and rice. I'm going to make the red beans from scratch, and I ran out of time, so I'm just going to use some microwave rice, like those Uncle Ben's bags. The recipe I chose, I heard is really too spicy, and she recommended doing like a lot of tablespoons for all the seasonings, and I'll link it below. Unless it sucks, then I won't link it. But I was reading in the comments, a lot of people were saying do teaspoons, not tablespoons, and it was a lot better. So I'm not going to follow the recipe exactly per the comments, so hopefully it will be good. But anyway, so we have light red kidney beans. I cannot talk, sorry. We just have an onion, garlic. I'm just using minced garlic. I have this garlic over here, but it's for a recipe. Just some olive oil. It calls for ham or chicken broth, but I'm using this better than bouillon paste, cayenne pepper, red chili flakes, chili powder, Creole seasoning, and liquid smoke. The only liquid smoke I was able to find was the hickory, so I hope it's good. But yeah, the recipe called for like half a tablespoon of this and half a tablespoon of this and a whole tablespoon of this and like 2 tablespoons of this. Like, it just seemed very excessive. So per the comments, I'm gonna do my own thing, I guess. And this will be cooked in the Instant Pot. So I will not be sharing this recipe with you guys. It was horrible. Like, it was still, even though I decreased all the spices and stuff per the recommendations, it was still a little too spicy, and then there was no flavor whatsoever. It was super bland. And then the beans, I cooked them exactly like they recommended in the recipe. They were so mushy, like they almost had like a refried bean consistency. So yeah, definitely not sharing this recipe. If you have a good red beans and rice recipe, send it my way, please. On this night, we just had a snack night in bed. We've been really enjoying snack nights in bed. They're super simple. They're super easy to throw together. Pretty much, we just threw together some leftover breakfast sausage, some cowboy candy, which are those pickled jalapenos that we're obsessed with, some crackers, some cheese, and I think we had some chips on the side. But yeah, super simple dinner. Probably not the healthiest, but it's healthier and cheaper than going out to eat. So on Friday, we had Chinese food, of course, but we actually went to an old Chinese, or old favorite of ours. We used to go to this place like twice a week minimum when we lived closer to it years ago. And then I was like, hey, let's try this place again. We actually didn't like it as much as we thought we would. This honey chicken is amazing. Like, I would go just for that. But the rice was kind of plain, and their crab rangoons, the place we normally go to, their crab rangoons are so much better. So if I want the honey chicken, we'll go to this place. If we just want the regular stuff, we'll go back to our old place. Oh, and I guess I should mention, we got vegetable fried rice, this honey chicken, crab rangoons. We keep it pretty simple when we go to Chinese places. So I had to work on 4th of July. I had the 4th off, but had to work the 5th, and there was no point for us to go home since our family's like 3 hours away, so I just agreed to work for somebody on the 4th. The girl I worked for, her husband came in town just for the 2 days. He travels all the time for work, so I just took her shift. But while I was at work, Ken made this super adorable cake. It's just a box cake mix with like canned frosting, but he even layered it, put on the sprinkles and everything. Super cute. It was delicious. And then I pulled a yellow squash from the garden when I got home. We grilled that, and then we ended up having just grilled yellow squash, hot dog on some bread because we're cheap like that. There was no reason to buy bread or hot dog buns if you have perfectly good bread. Am I right? Anyways, we also had some potato salad and mixed vegetables along with that cake, and then we just sat outside and watched all the fireworks. Our neighborhood went crazy. I guess most towns have, it's illegal to do fireworks, but our town it's not. So they definitely put on a huge show. It seemed like it was a buy one firework, get 5,000 for free, but it was a lot of fun to sit there and watch everybody light up their stuff. Thank you so much for watching this week's What's for Dinner. I hope you had a good 4th of July if you celebrate it. I'm always just down for some good food, so I will celebrate anytime. But anyways, thank you so much for watching and have a great week.